welcome to my channel. My name is Bee from Peachy Bee Knits. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. And in today's video, we're just gonna be working on some projects, just like normal. I started knitting this hat. I think it's gonna be a little too big. I think so. But I'm using the leftover yarn from this Caron Cloud Cake from my failed sweater project because the yarn ripped when I was trying to frog the ribbing. So I have this leftover yarn here, and I think this will be enough to make a hat. And we're going to be working on different things throughout the week, obviously. We always do. But this is what we're working on right now. It's gonna be fun. I'm only going to work on this for a little bit because I have some schoolwork that I need to do. So I'm gonna do maybe like 2-3 rows of this. Then I'm going to do some schoolwork and we'll take it from there. I actually don't have a pattern for this hat. I'm just kind of winging it. Well, I'm not winging it. I did make a gauge swatch and I did measure, and based on my gauge swatch, I needed to cast on 108 stitches. I cast on 109, and then I did the invisible join technique down below, so I didn't have to worry about that. I think it might be just a little too big. We'll see when I'm done with it. If it is, I'll definitely write that down so that way in the future I know exactly how much to cast on. If it's too big, then I'll drop it down to maybe like 100 to 105 to see around that area to see if that's good. But this is a weight 4 yarn. And my other hats that I make, my other beanies that I make were made with, or my other knit beanies. This one was made with the weight 4 yarn too, but it was crocheted. My other knit beanies are made with weight 4s held double, so it equals up to like a weight 6, so a bulky weight. This is just a regular worsted weight. Even though it's pretty thin, I think this is more of like a 3 than a 4. So I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, so I do not have a pattern. I cannot recommend a pattern for y'all. We'll see if I write one. Again, like I said in my yarn and yap video, which if you haven't watched it, I'll put it in the cards. But if I do make one, it's just gonna be like a regular beanie, so it's probably not gonna be too much because it's not going to be a lot to write. So we'll see. So yeah, update. It's currently the next day. I did not do any of the schoolwork that I was supposed to do yesterday. Not for lack of trying. My internet was down the entire day yesterday. From the moment I woke up to about an hour ago, it was completely down, and I didn't have any of my schoolwork downloaded for either. Well, I didn't have it downloaded for my digital marketing class, and I did have it downloaded for my data analytics class, but I needed to use Google Sheets for one of the assignments, and that requires internet, which I did not have. So I did not do any of this coursework that I wanted to do. So I'm currently a little bit behind. Not really, but I still consider myself behind because I wanted to finish the module yesterday and it never happened. So yeah, I did do like 3 or 4 rows yesterday instead of only 2. So yeah, turned out cute. Are currently getting up to like the red color, so it's currently going to be changing color here soon. Next row, you're really going to see the color change. It's going to look great. I'm pretty sure this is enough yarn to make a hat. I'm pretty sure. I think there's enough in there. I think it'll be fine. But you never know. You never know. But anyways, I'll update you how far I get, and yeah. Okay, so I'm about 4.5 inches in out of 8.5. So I'm about like halfway through. And we're just getting to the red. You can see that the red's starting to come in. I'm actually really liking how this has turned out so far. It is big enough for my head. I did check. It is big enough for my head. Let me put it on. It is big enough. Oh, my hair's sticking out. It is big enough for my head. And it's going to be folded brim. So it's looking good. If you hear clicky clacking, my dog just walked into the room and he's whining at me. Don't know why. But yeah. So it fits. I'm gonna do a few rows, do some schoolwork, and hopefully I don't know if I'm gonna finish the entire hat today, but I want to get at least halfway through. So I want to do at least 2 inches of work today. That's my goal, is 2 inches of work. Hello, it is currently Friday at about 8:17. And I'm at work, clearly. I did not finish this hat like I wanted to, but that's because I didn't even really knit today. I spent most of the day like Christmas shopping. Well, not most of the day. I woke up late, first and foremost. And then my mom got home from work, and then we sat in her room for like an hour, watched an episode of a TV show, and then we went to Walmart to do some Christmas shopping. And then we got home from Christmas shopping, and I took a nap, and then I went to work. So, yeah, that's what happened today. That's what happened today, and that is the reason why this hat is not nearly as done as it should be. So, yeah, that's fun. But this is as much as I have done. Yeah, it's not a lot, and this is so big. I was watching a YouTube video. Mind you, I didn't use a pattern for this at all. And the ribbing is stretchy. So instead of taking a couple, I don't even know. I was watching Passionate Kelsey's video where she was talking about, she like made like a gauge swatch for knitting, and she was talking about how she just did it with like stockinette because you want it to be like, you want it to be that size without the ribbing. Like that's what you want it to be. And I'm realizing that I probably should have done that when I was making my gauge swatch for this, because this is so big. I think it'll be fine. Like, I think it'll be okay, but it's just so wide. There's no need to stretch it. There's just a lot of stitches is what I'm saying. So I think after I finish making this hat, I'm going to make a new gauge swatch and see what that tells me. And I think actually I'm going to use smaller needles when I do that, because these are a 5. These are a 5. The needle on this says to use a 4.5. My 4.5s were currently in use, so I used 5. But yeah, so we're gonna see. We're just gonna see. But if I were to make this hat again, which I am going to make it again, that's what I'm going to do. And then I think I'm going to write a pattern up for this too. Don't ask me when it's going to be released or anything like that, because I don't know. There's a couple patterns that I want to write. I want to write one for that balaclava that I crocheted. I want to write one for the crochet hat that I made with my Yarn and Yap video. I want to make one for this hat. There's just a couple different things that I want to make it for. I want to make one for. I just actually need to sit down and write it, which is my big issue. I'm not good at sitting down and writing things. Well, I am, obviously, because writing is one of my favorite hobbies. But I'm just not good at sitting down and writing things when it's like work. I'm going to continue knitting this until my break is over, and I'll catch back up with you guys when I get home. So I failed. I wanted to finish this hat in 1 week. We did not do that. It is currently Tuesday of the week that this video was supposed to be going out. And this is as much as we have done on the hat. I think the last time I checked, it was at 3.5 inches. With the brim folded, it needs to be at 8.5 with the brim folded. So roughly like 11 inches unfolded. And we are currently only at like 3.5. So I failed epically in getting this hat done on time. But it's fine, it's okay. To be fair, a lot of that time, like, I didn't do like any knitting or anything like that on Saturday. And I also didn't do any knitting on Sunday because I was doing my nails all goddamn day. Because they take fucking forever, which is why I only do them like every 3-4 weeks. And I don't do them more frequently because I don't have the time or the willpower to sit there for 6 hours a fucking day every week to do my nails. I don't have the willpower to do it. I just can't. But I can do it like every 3-4 weeks, that's fine. That also means that I can't get shit done that day. So yeah, we have this much done. I did wind the stuff up into a ball because it was irritating me how floppy it was. So I wound it up into a little cake. And now it looks like there's not a lot in here. It is really squishy though. It looks like there's not a lot in here when it's wound up like this. So I hope it's enough. I think it should be, but we'll see. In other news, I have all of the presents for Christmas for all the people I'm buying presents for. I just got the last ones today, so I can start wrapping the presents. I'll probably film a little bit of that probably tomorrow, but it's not going to be in this video, so it'll probably be in the next video. But yeah, so this is what I'm doing. I'm going to finish this hat this week, and I also want to finish the cardigan that I was making for my grandmother that I never finished because we're going up to visit them, probably not Christmas Day, but maybe like New Year's Day, because we both have the day off that day. So we, as in me and my mom, both have those days off because we work for the same company. So hopefully on one of those days we're going up there to see my grandpa on her side and see my grandma and grandpa on my dad's side, because that's the one that I'm making the cardigan for. So basically I just want it done by Christmas, and it's currently the, I can't remember what day it is. 17th maybe? I don't know. It's around that time. It's around those days. Don't ask me questions. So yeah, I'm just going to basically sit here while I'm on break and knit and then go back to break, go home, take a shower, knit some more. That's basically what I'm gonna be doing. Trying to finish this hat off. So, I did some knitting last night when I got home after I took a shower. And the hat is currently at about 7.5 inches, I think the tape measure said. Let me just check one more time. I measured it last night, so I'm just check. It is at, yes, what? I'm gonna say it's closer to 7 than 7.5. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, 7 inches. So I made quite a decent dent in it. I need to get up to 11 inches, so I have 4 inches to go, which is doable for today. And then I can start the decreasing, which shouldn't take long either. So should be fine. However, unfortunately, this is where this video ends. Cutting it off here. Well, here, let me show you what else I worked on last night, because I got tired of knitting, and so I started working on something else. Just a little sneak peek update, because this is going to be its own separate video. So give me 1 second. So I finished one panel and the back extension on the cardigan I'm making for my grandmother. So that's partially done. I didn't do ribbing on the sleeve because I didn't want to do ribbing on the sleeve. I wanted to be done and over with, and single crochets are faster. But it fits. The armhole's good, and it can roll up, so that's all I was concerned about, was whether or not it could roll up. And it can. So half of it is done. Now I just need to do the other half and crochet them together, then do the single crochet outline that I do for the front and neckline. And I already started on the other one. This is as far as I got before I stopped, but it was like 1 a.m. and I wanted to go to bed. So this is as far as I got. And this shouldn't take me too long either. I mean, it will, because the bigger the fucking granny square gets, the longer it takes. But I can have this finished by New Year's, because that's when we're going up to their town. Actually, it's not a city, it's a town. But, yeah, so it's really cute. I'm gonna make only ones that I have my regular cardigan, which I love, but I don't have one in like this kind of yarn, in like a full-size one. I only have it in like a cropped one, and I want a full-size one. So I think I'm gonna get yarn and make me a full-size one. And let me show you how it looks on. And this is its length on. It goes down to about like my hip, and the sleeve looks a little short, but she is smaller than me. I'm 5'4", almost 5'5". I'm pretty sure she's only like 5'1", maybe. So this will fit her just fine. But yeah, so that's fun. If I'm going to make this for myself in the future, I'm probably going to add another row of the granny stitch, and then maybe a couple more rows of single crochet. But for now, this is fine. This is great even, as a matter of fact. And then this goes where it's supposed to go. So it's all good. It fits great. Forgot to mention, but this took exactly one of these Karen baby cakes. It took exactly one. And I have 2 more. The one that I'm currently working from, and I have one in the closet. So I'll have enough to make the whole sweater. So I won't need to worry about buying more for just this one. I'm doing the rest of this holding it because my dog is currently rolling around on my bed yelling and just in general being a brat. So this is just gonna be me holding my tripod instead of having it set up. Do you mind, sir? Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah. That's great, it's great, it's great, very good. So yeah, that's gonna do it for today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and feel free to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you so wish. You can hit that little bell and get notified every single time I upload. I have an Etsy that you can go and purchase things from. I think that they're pretty cute, but you know, who's to say?